Hey, Inspire Tribe, my fellow freedom lovers. How's it going? Welcome to another Inspired live stream. Today, I'll be your white hat storm rider. Good to see you all. My name is Jean Nolan, and I assume my wonderful wife, Kristin Nolan, will be the wise thumbs in the live chat. She'll be welcoming you all in a live chat and commenting and all those beautiful things. Gonna wait for people to jump on here as we speak our beautiful mantra. And the mantra is, we're healthy, we're wealthy, we're whole, we're free. It's been the mantra for a very, very long time since we started these live streams. And it's an exciting time today. Hey, everyone. Now I see the live chat coming up here. Welcome on Rumble. Welcome on YouTube. Please share this, by the way. I'm going to share just a little bit about our recent experience with YouTube. And we're not frustrated at all whatsoever, but this is what's been going on. Hey, Tim 3, Joseph, welcome. Deepa, Shannon, Angie. Hey, someone said it's a waste of our time for you to welcome people in the live chat. Please forgive me, but I love doing that. And let me see if I can actually. I don't see the Rumble rants for whatever reason, and I apologize for that. But here we have Juanita, Deepa, Usha, Carol, welcome. Love one, and no, this is not a waste of my time. I love welcoming you all. Christine is here. Adrian, Louise, welcome. Alexandra, Haya aus Deutschland. Hallo, wie geht's dir? Schön, dass du da bist. Then we have Eddie, Cooper, Ingo. We have Julie, Larry, Leilani from New Hampshire. New Hampshire, that's nice. Michigan is in the house. Joshua, Cliff, Free Spirit, Jennifer, welcome everyone. Jose is here. Good to see you all. All righty. Let me quickly say something. Today's video is a beautiful example of that. Okay, we shared a video this morning about the Rainbow Warriors, a very famous Native American story about, and I encourage you to check it out. It's a beautiful story on our YouTube channel, and of course Rumble, the Rainbow Warrior story. And I just looked at the stats for this video. We currently have a view to like ratio of over 30%, which means that over 30% of the people who watched the video liked it, which is unheard of for YouTube, where you have an average of 10, 12%. That's the average. And this continually keeps happening, which shows me, first of all, we have a fantastic, wonderful, beautiful audience, but we also have extreme censorship, I believe, on this channel. Subscribers are being unsubscribed. Many people have told us, I went and checked back and I was unsubscribed. I went and checked back on videos that I liked and my like has been removed. So this is just what's happening. I mean, because of the extreme unpopularity of the current administration here in the United States, they have actually removed the ability to view dislikes on videos. That's what YouTube did. But let's not talk about it, because I believe we have the power to overcome all of this, not just by the power of our mind, but also the power of other platforms. But that all being said, I want to talk about white hat operations today. Are they real? Are they happening in the military, in government, in the intelligence community? And I would like to invite everyone to use logical thought on this, in this, inquiry, in this research that we do on this. And I want you to look at what's happening in every area of human society. What is happening in the world of media and has been happening? What is happening in the world of science and has been happening? What is happening in the world of history and has been happening? What is happening in religion and food and biology and chemistry and all areas in medicine and big medicine? What is happening? We have been seeing the Great Awakening. What that means is people literally waking up from the slumber and researching and seeing things for what they are. We've seen the big awakening. It's really happening. I'm not saying the masses. I'm not saying 50, 60% of the people, a critical mass, and way more than ever before. And what we also see is white hat operations in these areas. We know so many doctors, scientists, and organizations now that are literally dismantling the medical community. They're dismantling the mainstream narrative of medicine, the Rockefeller medicine narrative that's been in place for over 120, 30, 40 years now, that takes away the power of the people to govern their own health, to be empowered to be healthy. And so this is happening. I mean, we know, and the thing is, for everything that you see, for everything that is visible, there's so much happening in the invisible realm. Trust me, for every doctor that speaks out, there are 500 to 1,000 doctors who are not speaking out yet. They're also part of this operation in the background. They're doing their part. The nurses, the everybody in this community. And so this is happening everywhere. It is happening in science. We've seen the big breakup of science, and the scientific narrative in the mainstream is falling apart. Nobody cares anymore who gets a Nobel Prize, because it doesn't matter, because we have real scientists providing real information. We have real people that are going out there and saying, I'm not worried about who's going to pay for my next study, because studies show that what studies show depends on who pays for them. Let me repeat that for you. Studies show that what studies show depends on who pays for them. That's how it's been for the longest time. So if this great awakening is happening in every area, what makes you think that it isn't happening in government, military, and the intelligence community? It is happening there too. As a matter of fact, there are white hat operations. Let me see. I got some info in here as we speak. Just want to make sure. So it is happening everywhere. And there are overt and covert operations. The reason why we don't talk about these white hat operations so much, and why we don't put so much emphasis on them, is because in the past, when people felt that there is a group of people out there that's doing great stuff for the people, it's almost like it gave them permission to be passive. But what I want to say is, these white hats in the military, in the intelligence communities, in government, and in the private sector, everywhere, they won't be able to succeed on their mission if we don't succeed on our mission. We have to be white hats in our own realms, in our own communities, in our own families. We have to be white hats with what we do best, what our talents are. Look into the deceptions in your profession. Look into the lies that have been told around what you do, and become a voice for truth and positive change. That's what white hats do. As I said, some operations are overt, some operations are covert, secret, clandestine. They have to be for a period of time. There has to be misinformation put out there to throw the enemy off, to throw the cabal off, to throw the New World Order crowd off. It has to happen. And this is a game that's happening at this point. So yeah, absolutely, there are white hat operations, some which we could confirm, some which we couldn't confirm because we're not a part of them. But it is becoming clear, and signals are being sent out. And so this is happening. But what this is all about, these operations there and the operations in the big realm, what they're all about is true awakening in the spiritual communities, true awakening in education, how we raise families, children, the social structure, what we believe about the racial division that's been constantly thrown at us. And we don't, most people don't have it in their hearts really to be racist. It's just not, it's just so illogical and so stupid to do that. But it's been constantly thrown at people, right? When is this happening? During election years specifically, people are being divided. But all of this is happening, I can guarantee you. As a matter of fact, we're constantly being, well, how do I put this? Invited to be part of groups or communities, or at least have a glimpse into the world of them. And they are working quietly, quite quietly, on certain things and more loudly on other things. And they're having great impact. And they are actually creating structures, and they're actually dismantling the evil, but they're not always so loud about it. You see, the art of war is to know when to speak, know when to be quiet, know when to do and know when not to do, know when to appear strong, when to appear weak, and do it all on purpose. Do it all with a purpose. We are in a war. People don't like to hear that, but we are in a war. And so there are so many things going on that are positive, and so many things going on that are negative that have to happen at this time so we can break through this. We can really break through this on the big stage and not return to the same mistakes we've been making. Our sophisticated operations happening, our long-term plans in place, have people in the military and on both sides and all sides of the aisle been working together behind the scenes for a long time to create certain shifts. From what I can hear and from what has been confirmed to me by non-conspiratorial people that are simply involved in these areas, this seems to be the case. It's not obviously, if I'm not a part of something, I can't say, hell yeah, this is exactly how this is happening, but we can confirm that these things are happening. But we also need to realize what this is more than anything. It's a spiritual and informational awakening. And as such, we have to be a part of it. If there was simply a white hat operation that would happen within government, military, intelligence, and they would fix things for us, in what role would that put us once again? We would be the passive sheeple that don't know anything, don't realize anything, and we would just be transferred to the next leadership, next group of leaders, whatever. We would be in the same boat, and it might be a little better for a while, but we would be in the same boat, and we don't want to be in that boat anymore. The idea is to get back to the real principles of self-governing, of being our own leaders, of creating beautiful communities. And some of these positive conspiracies, these white hat conspiracies, are happening right within this inspired world that we all live in. So beautiful, I see what the folks do at for example, the Zelenko Freedom Foundation, that was founded by the late Dr. Zelenko, and now it's steered by the great Ann Vandersteel and Kevin Jenkins. They are literally white hats in the medical world, and boy, are they pioneering and on some new frontier, realizing we need to see this bigger and bigger and bigger. It's great stuff that's happening. We see people like Greg the Hydrogen Man that is sharing with people what true health freedom means. And he's bringing some breakthrough stuff to the people. As a matter of fact, this is coming up, I believe, tomorrow. So look out for that. We're sharing something absolutely phenomenal. And he will share a protocol that has done amazing things for people. There are white hat operations happening everywhere. I've never seen this plethora. I've never seen it at this stage, and I've never seen it in all levels of the hierarchy. It used to be that people who were disadvantaged by the system, right? People that were, for some reason, in poverty, poor health, or in any other way disadvantaged, they would be the ones that were willing to fight the system. It wasn't the ones who were profiting from it. It wasn't the ones who were doing well that were willing to take it on. Now they are. Now, boy, they're everywhere. The billionaires, the millionaires, the ones in between, and the ones above. And believe you me, this is happening, but it won't come to full fruition if we don't wear our own white hats and actually be the white hats in our communities, and we don't do our part in this. This is what the Great Awakening really is. So, as always, I remain more than hopeful in knowing that the true human spirit cannot be killed. It cannot be diminished. It cannot be extinguished. As a matter of fact, we are rising. We're lions. We're rising. We're ready for what may come. And as a matter of fact, we're co-creating something much, much more beautiful. And this power-hungry evil group will not be a part of it. And for those who last minute want to jump their ship of darkness, of evil, and join us, usually there are open arms here. If you're sincere, come on over. It's much, much a better future that you're going to live in. So it's positive, folks. It's positive. I'm excited. Just wanted to come on and share this with you all. And I encourage you to truly be that white hat, be that rainbow warrior. Go look at that video. It's beautiful. And last but not least, let me share two things with you. One is a quote by my friend and fellow artist, Mark Yanicello. I played a long time ago. We were on a stage together, and we stayed in touch. And he posted this today. I love this. No matter what, how, why, where, or when you do anything, someone somewhere will always have an opinion about what you're doing. It is their God-given right to have an opinion. It is my God-given right to completely ignore it. Amen. Amen. Forget the naysayers. Forget the haters. Forget those who give unqualified criticism to what you do or say. What's unqualified criticism? And when they don't know what they're talking about, have never done what you do, have never even been remotely, and they want to tell you how you do things or how to do things, what they believe you should do. Well, fuck that. That's just, you can willfully ignore it. I do love qualified criticism, which means when people that actually know and are in that field have done what we're, for example, doing, and they provide some pointers, I listen closely. So that's very important. You have to stay true to yourself. And the second thing, it's a request. We ask you. We have this YouTube channel. We have the Rumble channel. We are on Locals. We are on Telegram. And usually in every video description, there is one line that says all inspired links in one place. Please do us a favor and subscribe to where you are. If you're on Telegram, please go over there too. If you're on Locals, join us in the inspired community so we can stay in touch no matter what happens, no matter where we're being censored or banned or shadow banned or whatever they're doing these days. Who cares? We just want to make sure we can stay in touch with you all. All right, Inspired Tribe, my fellow freedom lovers, my fellow white hats, we love you all. We appreciate you, and we'll be back with you again very, very soon.